This one's all going to be you today, by the way.
That's right. This
is a Wade heavy episode.
We have to do maybe a quick and dirty 35 today because there's 3 things we have to touch on just to be current.
Do you have a list of things? Are you organized?
I'm organizing my mind. We have a drink of whiskey though.
Yeah, I'm drinking whiskey.
Let's hit real quick, 30 seconds each. Neil Peart, coronavirus, and Kobe Bryant.
Okay, so this is where intro comes in here.
Yeah. All that good stuff. Yep.
Hey, everybody. Trice Life, Quick and Dirty 30. Here, my buddy Wade.
You betcha.
So, as you heard in the blend-in, we're going to talk about some stuff real quick.
Yeah.
The first one, obviously, is really sad. The death of Kobe Bryant really sucks.
Yeah,
that came out of
was a
nowhere,
shocker,
man.
And his daughter passed away too in that.
Yeah,
and
another family, another father and daughter.
Yeah, and then a wife and a coach. And, you have to think of everybody because no life is less important.
It's a great way of putting it.
But when an icon dies, and he was LA.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you know how many championships?
5 championships.
Holy shit.
And I'm not a big basketball fan, but it was pretty.
He's up
shocking.
there. He's one of the big ones. He's going to be greatly missed.
I think for Canada, when Wayne Gretzky dies, it'll be the same amount of
to close the stores down kind of thing,
So I think that's cool. That so many people are, the LA Lakers canceled their game tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And the wherever they play it's purple and yellow. They're doing
okay.
A lot of teams are doing a lot of
similar how they did the hockey thing with Humboldt and same idea. Well, that's really good.
So just the way they're handling it, I think is cool.
Yeah.
I guess Canada lost an icon too. We lost Neil Peart,
which I had no idea he was this sick. Like, did you have any idea?
I had no, but when he did retire, they said for health reasons.
Oh, okay.
But in the wake of his death, I went and bought his audio book called The Healing Road about when his daughter and his wife passed away all in the same year.
Crazy.
And he was a very, very private man, but listening to this book or reading it, whichever you choose to do, what a thoughtful person. Like, what a thoughtful person that he is. Very private, but he's just a guy like...
Even nobody can deny how amazing of a drummer he was. He set the bar pretty friggin' high and probably, brought in new techniques, new styles that not everyone would have thought of yet.
Right.
Incorporating electronic with acoustic and just, a monster of ingenuity.
Yes.
I think I said that right. But whenever you hear an interview with him or see him talk, he's so bloody humble.
He totally, in this book too, the book itself is 17 hours. I listen to audiobooks at the gym and nice. at work sometimes, but you do get that. He's just a normal person, you know, and yes, being financially secure as those 3 were, the Rush guys, he had a house in Toronto he talks about, and he sold that when his wife died. And he lives in a cabin on the lake in Quebec. Nothing fancy. Just, he's got I'm sure it's a very nice cabin.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still a cabin.
Yeah. It's very, very sad that we lost him too. And I think it's, funny when you see your YouTube feeds and stuff and recommend for you a lot more people covering Rush or coming up and stuff like that. So I guess it's, if you want to take anything, I don't want to say good out of it, but any positive
is better. Yeah,
maybe more people are rediscovering Rush and realizing how awesome they are, which was great for Canada as well too. And
and rediscovering his drumming because, and a lot of people don't realize is that all the lyrics for Rush's albums he wrote.
It's all him. Yeah,
it's all him.
Yeah.
It's interesting that way.
Yeah.
So our hats off to Neil and his family, but the big one right now is the coronavirus.
This thing is fucking terrifying, man.
It's nuts.
There's a buddy of mine who's sick right now. Shout out to Sean Clark if you're listening. And we kind of at first jokingly said it, but the more you start hearing, it's like, man, are you sure you don't have this?
Right.
Like, please go get checked. Like, seriously.
Because it manifests itself as a cold.
Yeah.
I looked at the symptoms today.
Yeah.
It's no different than a common cold.
Yeah. So that's what he's got. He's like, I think I have like pneumonia. Or
right.
I'm just like, no, please go get this checked, kidding. Man. So
my boss at work had a tour in China at our factories where we get guitars made, and China is basically shut down.
Yeah.
Like everything. And he's canceled his trip, and his trip is next month, and he's still canceled. It's like, I'm not going anywhere near there.
Yeah. It's really, well, there was a thing that came out saying about 3 or 4 years ago, a medical patent went out for this to be a cure. It's like a cure for another disease kind of thing. Very similar to how you create the disease to find the cure.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, all the documentation and all of that has disappeared from the internet.
Yeah.
So it's like, was this thing, was it like a medical mistake in the sense of like, in movie terms, did the virus get out?
Sure,
or like, what's all happening here? I feel like there's not enough information going around.
And
like,
you'll never get all the information either anyways, yeah. So.
That's the scary part. It's just like, everyone's just like, oh, no, it's, it's okay. It's not too bad right now in Canada. It's like, well, maybe we should be like more over worried than under worried kind of thing. Yeah. So everybody, please, wash your hands, all that fun stuff. Something simple than that.
And just stay home if you're sick.
Jesus. So now the fun stuff.
The fun stuff.
So you just came back from Namm, which
LA.
People don't know is basically like Comic-Con, but for guitars, bass, drums, the whole stuff.
Music merchant show, yeah. So it's dealers only, basically, and then people from all over the world come.
Yep. All the cool artists come down.
Oh man, I met some people.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's start with how for especially being on the business side of it. Yeah. For you guys, how big of a challenge, chore, setup was this thing?
Well, to set the stage for the people who don't know what I do for a living, I am the general manager at DINGWALL Guitars here in Saskatoon.
Shout out to DINGWALL.
Yeah, man. So we make custom basses and import basses that we really spec out. So to get into perspective, we just got home last week. Mm-hmm. Sheldon and I had a meeting this morning. So what are we going to do for NAMM next year?
It's already started.
It's already started.
Wow.
Now Sheldon is the design portion of our business too, along with our CEO and owner of the company and all that stuff. So he's already thinking we're doing this, and this. Yep. So yeah, it'll start now. It'll start in his brain. And then it'll go to the computer and to the CAD it out, and then we've got from now until November to get it done.
So as a company, NAMM basically for you guys is a year-round thing.
It's a year-round thing, yeah. Right. But it's the most incredible fun because we have to, set the bar higher now.
Yeah. So it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, is that right? Or it's a Friday, Saturday,
Thursday,
Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. So for you guys, when do you guys arrive though?
Tuesday.
You guys are starting there on Tuesday.
So yeah, we fly in on Tuesday because we have to set up the show on Wednesday, set our booth up, get everything ready.
And I believe it takes place in the same place as Comic-Con, doesn't it?
The ANAHEIM Convention Center.
Okay.
Right
Which
next to Disneyland.
Massive.
I didn't realize how big it was.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
It's for Canadians, it's like a giant music store the size of West Edmonton Mall, and that's probably not a joke.
Yeah, it's
massive.
Probably about that big.
Yeah. And it's 3 floors. So
that's a great example. West Edmonton Mall. Yeah.
So
you get it on Tuesday.
You get it on Tuesday. We just chill out. We walk through Disney City or downtown Disney, which is amazingly cool. I recommend go. And then Wednesday morning we go set up. And even when you walk in here, like some of the booths you're going to see there, they're construction projects.
Yeah,
like that's a house these people just built, and it's to display their product. So you get the sense of the scope of this place. Right. And the first person I seen, where Sheldon and I just walking, it was Paul Reed Smith. And guitar people know who Paul Reed Smith is.
That's right. PRS Guitars.
Absolutely. Yeah. And he's just chilling, just walking, getting ready for his booth. So yeah, it's all hands on deck to set up. And some of these booths are complicated and complex, especially on the electronic side in building A, I guess. It's all the electronics, all the recording, speakers, that kind of stuff. Then drums and woodwinds and brass, and then guitar manufacturers that I didn't even hear of.
Right.
The second floor is amazing Gibson. Gibson has really fucked up a lot the last couple of years.
Yep.
I bet you they spent $2 million. They had one room the size of a football field, and it was concerts for 4 days. There were just concerts. They had artists in there all the time.
And I was lucky to go once, back when Pete was still around and let me go. And there's always people set up with headphones everywhere. So these concerts kind of like the silent style too, or like these are a full blown concerts.
Yeah, but upstairs was away from like the main area, right? So, and then beside the Gibson concert booth, we'll call it, was the Gibson booth.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
They pulled out every stop. And I think, they were trying to
overcorrect.
Yeah, pull the wool over your eyes. Don't look at our guitars, just look at all the pretty lights kind of thing, right? Because their quality's gone down, so they say, and all I'm a Fender guy, guitar wise, and obviously I'm a Dingwall bass player, but I don't think that Fender is what they used to be.
Yeah, and I can say the same for Gibson. All of my guitars are Gibsons.
Gibson, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't make Gibson. Yeah. All my guitars are Gibsons. I have two. I have a Joe Perry Custom and a Les Paul Studio, and they're from the 1990s-ish. And there was definitely around, especially the 2010s to 2015, when everything officially went bad, where we would get guitars in the store with like swirl marks on them, like from the finishing. Like you were the last guy to see this. You did this and sent it out still.
Sure they did.
And like bad paint jobs on the neck where you can see drops of paint. Like what are you doing, guys?
So they went all out. So the show starts on Thursday morning at 10.
Right.
And they I did bring earplugs, but I didn't realize that
it's insane.
The noise doesn't, after about 2 minutes of it starting, it's not music. It just turns into a ball of white noise. The only way I can describe it is take all the ingredients that you have in your cupboard, put it in a bowl, and mix it up and say that's food. No, it's not. It's just a bunch of shit in a bowl.
Yeah.
That's what it was, like a bunch of noise in the air for 10 hours straight.
It's nuts, and it's so packed.
It is. There's about 105,000 people in the building at all times.
Yeah. And that was the part that was a little too much for me.
Me too.
I had to like just get outside and like give me some arm space.
And then luckily we had enough people in our booth that we would take turns going, walking around.
Yeah.
So now,
because yes, it's noisy as hell and it's crowded as fuck, but it's still really cool.
It is the coolest thing. It is like I guess we're both kind of multi-instrumental people, but I'm a drummer by trade. You're a guitar player, but still, you walk through and you see some of the work that people are doing on even the acoustic tops. People are like, "Wow, I didn't even know that existed." And you walk through the drum side. I guess the biggest thing I took from it is that I do too. I get hung up on the Fender and the Pearl drums and Drum Workshop and Warwick basses and all this stuff. These big guys. And you realize that there's so much amazing music craftsmen out there. There was this drum company. I have a picture of it on my phone. I have to dig through it, but wow, their drums were amazing.
Yeah,
I sat down and played, and cymbal makers that I'd never even heard of.
Yeah,
and I guess too, you look at the Sabian booth, which was about a 25-foot high wall by about 40 feet wide, if not 50 feet, with every cymbal they make on it. So they're also saying, look at our shiny cymbals. Don't look over there. Now, Sabian cymbals are great. I've got 20 of them.
Yeah.
But there's some people out there that are just killing it in the boutique market.
Right.
Same with electric guitars. Some of the craftsmanship and the ideas that went into it. Like my favorite guitar there was an American flag telly. And it was kind of had a metal top almost. It was like America.
Yeah, that's right.
It was man, this is cool.
And I remember when I was there too, the thought that came in my mind when you see all these booths, and it's like, how many times can you reinvent the wheel? Like, what is really all different about these things? And then you start listening to their stories and what they all do, and there is a market for all these little things.
I kind of question that too. It's a good point you made there, because like a guitar is a guitar and a bass is a bass. And it doesn't matter what you're playing. I think that they try and make things more comfortable. They make the sound better. I played this one acoustic from a company, River Song. I'm sorry if that's the wrong name, but they're from BC.
Okay.
And the sound of their guitar is beautiful. And what I got out of it is that it's not that all acoustic guitars are the same. They sound different. Yeah. I play Simon Patrick Godin acoustics. I have 3 of them. And the sound of them is great. Now, my guitars, you can't play the blues on them because they have no low end. They're finger-picking folk guitars. Yep. If you want that bluesy guitar, then you go to a Taylor or something, And these guys, their sound was unique. Yeah. So it's not that they're reinventing the guitar. They're just, if you want this particular sound, man, this is great.
My favorite part of Namm was in the basement where they have all these little vendors from China.
Right.
And it's basically, like, for me, I'm a big pro audio guy.
Yeah.
You can see all these other brands' speakers, basically. Like, you can look around the room and there's no logos on anything. Right. But you can be like, oh, that's a turbo sound. oh, that's QSC kind of thing. Like you can see where all the stuff starts.
Sure.
And it's like you walk by these booths and they're all over you kind of thing. Like, oh, how many you want to buy? And I'm just looking.
Yeah.
Oh, 10,000 you get deal. And it's like, oh, no, I'm okay. But it's like, it's really cool to see in this little basement room where everything kind of, all the little ideas start.
And then and hopefully they can get up to the
exactly.
main floor.
They're
right?
hoping the dude from QSC is coming down there and be like, I'll take that, kind of thing. It's really cool.
And and you can't take anything away from them if they're starting in the basement there, because like you said, what's down in the basement are the guys that are really grinding.
Yeah.
And they got some cool shit.
It's a really cool event. But, what would you consider to be the biggest thing that Dingwall brought this year? What was their...
the D-Rock 5-string, our Super J was big, and...
I like that one that has the red beveling.
What's that was the most popular one there. I want to say that's a Z, but I forget which model that was. But that was one of the most popular ones that was there. It got a lot of attention. But so did our combustions too, because
the price points.
I think, and we've not to sound braggy, but a lot of people are thinking we make the best $2,500 base out there.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah. Bang for the buck. The Dingwall stuff is amazing.
And pound for pound, we're. Pound for pound, our booth was as busy as any booth in that building, including Fender.
Yeah.
Just size for size. We were so busy that even after they, and they're strict with when it's shut down, when it's closed, man, we have to go. Like they're making us leave.
Yeah, there's guys walking around with SPL meters.
Oh man, we got cracked. But the coolest thing, I'm going to jump way ahead here.
Yeah.
The very last minute of the fourth night, because everyone's had been told, be quiet, you're going to get shut down. A booth down the hall from us. The guy jumps on top of his booth, plugs his guitar into the loudest stack he's got, and he just wails. And what are you going to do?
He's doing it because he knows he's going to get shut down.
It's 1 minute till the show's over.
Yeah.
And the guy comes walking around, and they're both laughing. He just sticks his finger up like, whatever, man, I'm just going to go. That was fun.
That's great.
It was like everyone.
That's rock and roll right there.
It was good. But I know it's like, let's fan out for a second here. I'm walking down the aisle, and it's a huge long aisle. And I looked to my left, did a double take, I did a triple take. Fucking Victor Wooten walking with me,
just hanging out,
just chilling. And I'm like,
one of the best bass players in the world.
Yeah. So if you don't know who Victor Wooten is, he's up there. He is considered. That's why I shook his hand. And said, "Hey man, I gotta shake your hand, man. I'm a super fan." And he was so normal, just a person.
Yeah, just a dude walking around with the guitar in his back.
Right, and he was. And I said, "What are you like? Where are you heading?" He goes, "Well, I'm going over to this booth. I got to do a demo." Cool. And we talked for however 20 seconds it takes to walk down a hallway. And I shook his hand again, and he was like the most normal person. We put these people on pedestals, and I do too. I think, wow, it's Victor Wooten.
Yeah.
But someone's going to say, well, who's that dude? I don't fucking know who that is. And I don't care, right?
It's the bass player.
Right. He is and then, another one, who else did we see? The wicked A-list bass players, drummers, that Orianthe, I think that's how you say it, girl, the blonde chick who was dating Richie Sambora and played for Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
She was there chilling.
Yeah. I saw John Mayer when I was there because that was the year they changed. He got his guitar by PRS.
PRS,
the PRS signature.
Yeah, the Silver Sky. Yeah.
Yeah. So I seen him going into his little PRS demo, and the wall to wall people kind of thing. So I'm like, I'll just stand out here.
Of course, yeah.
Hey man,
you just steal it.
Still pretty cool.
The total geek moment for me. I'm a huge Keith Urban fan, and not just I know his band.
Yeah.
So I knew that
borderline stalking.
Yeah, kind of like borderline stalking, right? So Brian Nutter, who was his guitar tech in 2000 to 2002, became his guitar player for 10 years.
That's a deep cut, man.
And
his guitar tech, you know his name and everything.
Yeah, but
he was Cleveland.
He was his guitar player in the band, the main player. So it was Keith and then him.
Yeah.
For 10, 12 years. And I knew he had a booth there, so I'm like, I gotta go say hello to this dude.
Yeah.
But not look like a fucking creepy stalker.
There's a fine line,
right?
Man.
So I had my Dingwall stuff on. I'm cool.
Yep.
Went down there. I said, "Hey, Brian, I'm a big fan of yours. I knew you were going to be here. Shook his hand. We chatted, and inside I'm going, it's fucking Brian Nutter. This guy is amazing. If you got check this, they are great. He's a great player.
Yeah.
So we talked about his guitars and stuff, and he was just a dude. He's just like sitting here talking to you.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not going to pass it. But I said, hey, we're having an event tonight tomorrow night. Here's the ticket to get into our event, our Dingwall event, and here's 10 drink tickets. I said, if you want to show up, show up.
Yeah.
If you don't, that's cool.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, man, totally cool. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm like, fuck, this guy's not going to do it. This guy's worth, whatever.
He's like, yeah, okay, see, bye.
Fucking showed up.
That's insane.
So he sat at the table with me and Billy and Joey, and we chat. By the end of the night, I had my phone out. I'm showing him my grandkids. He showed me his kids, and we talked about business. We talked about what it's like to be an A-list player on tour. Mm-hmm. We talked about Keith Urban and his band. And you know what? It was just he's just a dude who got lucky. And he admits it, man. I fell into
right
an
place,
awesome
right time,
gig.
Man. That's life right there.
And he said, and of course, there's probably people serving you fries in Nashville who are the best bass player you've ever heard, the best guitarist or drummer, but they're all the best drummers there.
Yeah, that's another one to bring up. If ever you're going to go to Nashville, like if you like the amount of talent that is in Nashville,
unreal.
Playing at like the nobody bars is crazy.
Yeah,
and he's obviously to rise on top of all that. I mean, is a lot of work. So even like these I don't want to call them backup players, but he's in the band, obviously. If you want. These guys are putting everything they have into it. Yeah. These guys aren't just like, oh, he lucked out. It's like, no, they put their time into it.
And they're monster players.
Yeah.
Like he was just riffing on some guitar, on one of his guitars for me, and he was just like, he was playing riffs perfectly.
Yep. That
you and I would be like, well, I'm going to sit down here for a weekend and learn this fucking thing.
I guess I'm quitting guitar now.
Yeah. So that was pretty, and he emailed me at work today just to be like, hey man, what's up?
Blah, that's blah. Pretty cool. At least he's stuck on. Yeah.
I was like, this is a decent shit. Like, nice. What a cool guy. Live music, Tower of Power played. Kenny Loggins was outside on this
Kenny stage. Loggins.
Man.
That's awesome. As a Top Gun fan yourself,
yes.
You were probably pretty excited. You were waiting for Danger Zone, of course.
He did not play Danger Zone.
He didn't play Danger Zone? Ow.
But was super cool. Tower of Power, if you're a funky person.
I don't know what Tower of Power is. I'm
Digging on James Brown?
I know who James Brown is.
I want everybody who's listening to this right now to get on YouTube, type in Tower of Power, Digging on James Brown.
Okay.
And, that's it.
So is Tower of Power like an amalgamation of a bunch of guys kind of thing? Or?
Their band has been around forever. They are the best of the best. They're all older guys now, probably in their 50s and stuff.
But it's not like, what's a good example? The idea where you have like, the guitar player from Styx, the drummer from whatever made this.
They are their own group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dig It On James Brown was the first song that, as a learning to play drums, that I thought, when I can play Dig It On James Brown, I think, okay, I'm getting, it's a hard song. Yeah. You're like, okay, wow, I can play that. That's now I can say I'm a drummer.
You can progress.
Yeah. So that was cool, but you're exhausted. It's a 16-hour day by the time you go, you get up, you go to the show, you do the show. There's an event every night you have to go to, and you're exhausted. The cool thing was I went to Disney.
Yep.
On the last day, we had a free day at the end on Monday.
Did you go in Disney? Because I know you can go you can go to Disney
restaurants. You can go to Disney.
What do they call the outside part? There's like the part where it's more like
downtown Disney.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you actually go in like the actual?
Oh yeah, that's nice. Pretty cool. It's designed to take your money.
Oh yeah.
And that's cool. I didn't complain. Like to get into Disney is $130 US.
Oh my god.
And then I have 4 granddaughters.
So dreams are very expensive. So when dreams come true in Disney, they're very expensive.
So I go into the Disney store, or whatever it is, and I bought 3 stuffies, a Mickey and a Minnie, and they're good quality. They're not like carnival quality.
Yeah,
it's good shit.
Yeah.
And I brought a Winnie the Pooh, so the twins got the Mickeys, and Aubrey got the Winnie the Pooh, and Brinley, I got her a nice little Disney dress.
Nice.
That was $150.
Oh my god!
So just to walk in, and
American,
right? So just to walk in and buy 4 things.
Yep.
It was $330 or something, which is about 2,000 Canadian.
Pretty much.
Holy shit!
It feels like it some days, especially.
So I got home and I went over to my oldest daughter's house and we were talking about it, and I said, you know what, guys, when you take the kids to Disney, save up so that you can spend the money and don't feel bad about spending it. Enjoy it.
That's a good way to put it too. Because if you're going to do it, I mean, put all the money into it. And
don't say we can't do that. Yeah. Fucking do it.
Yeah, save up. Don't just decide 3 months before we're going to go to Disneyland. Be like, nope, next year we're going.
Yes.
Start putting away those loonies and toonies.
Yeah.
For non-Americans or non-Canadians, those are $1 and $2.
Yeah. But it's a total awesome. Total, even for at the very end of it, Billy and I, we were just wasted, tired.
Yeah.
Just,
there was a great photo you guys took there. We all like passed it on the floor.
Right,
And did a sky shot. That was great.
That was
sums up Namm right there. You know.
Yeah, and you've been there.
The Saturday for me was the worst / best because the Saturdays when a lot of the artists come. So all the artists show up on a Saturday.
All the A-listers.
But unfortunately, that's when everybody is there. And like, I got to see. What's his name? I want to call him Victor Frankenstein, but it's not. But from the Misfits, the lead singer with the hair down the middle. I saw him.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, something Frankenstein anyways, I saw him there. That's when I saw John Mayer.
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland. I remember seeing there. He was playing some Martins or whatever. But man, like if you're not okay with close quarters, it's a tough event.
A lot of people, it is sensory overload in every respect. At the end of it, I think the coolest moment was when we were all done.
Yeah.
It was Monday.
It's a weird thing too. It's almost like a circus, right? You show up, there's nothing. You do your thing. It's unbelievable to look at, and then in a day and a half, it's all torn down, and it's like you were never there.
It was almost. It took us an hour and 20 minutes to take our booth down.
Yeah,
they had all the carpet rolled up off the floor. They had it was.
Yeah, they're not waiting for you.
I bet you that place emptied out in a matter of hours, except for the big booths,
the big ones,
constructions. Yeah,
but it's insane, like the amount of manpower that goes into this and that. And I mean, for you guys, you had something you want to say.
I love America, and the weirdest thing was there's a huge police presence because. Namm is a soft target. There's 100,000 people there. If you were going to get something, that in the Super Bowl, right?
Okay, fair enough.
So the police were a huge presence, and they all had assault rifle machine guns strapped to them too.
They were ready.
It was like you walk. It kind of throws you off for a second because we're in Canada here. We have our police. We have a tactical team, but they don't fucking walk around with their guns out.
Jesus, eh?
That was kind of weird.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
but like the idea that before you take however much long time to set up and there's got to be perfect and nicely straight and whatever. And then it feels like when you're tearing down, you're just like, I don't care, throw it away. Burn it. No, we're not taking it back.
we were so fucking bagged, man. And I just remember we're in downtown Disney, me and Billy, and we were sitting up. They have a bar right in the middle, and we just sat there and had a few whiskey and cokes, and it was
finally breathe.
We didn't really speak too much. We're just like, yeah.
It reminds me of like that scene in Ocean's 11 where they're all like came together at the end and they don't really say anything. No. They're all in front of the fountain thing going off and they go their separate ways.
Yeah, it was like they're like, holy shit.
Yeah, how did we survive?
I know, but now I guess it's like it's the same. Yeah, I don't want to say it's the same, but it's like when a woman has a baby, I'm never fucking doing that again.
Yeah.
But,
and like, a year later, you're like,
it'll wear off, and I'll be like, yeah, man, I'm ready to go to Namm again.
There's like a thing where someone said that it's like the human body was not designed to remember pain, otherwise it never would have went on.
Right.
It's like
because I wouldn't have a baby twice. No, no kidding.
So that's a little weird side way, but well, I'm glad you survived, Namm.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's a good thing. I would like to talk real quick before we go about, because I've put a little bit of money into my little gym downstairs.
I love it. You just showed it to me, hardcore.
I'm trying real hard to put some putting money into myself and trying to better myself in that. But I think myself and a lot of people can get real disenfranchised or disheartened when there's so much coming at you of like, do this, not that, but do this, but don't do that. Don't do too many of these, but don't do enough of these. And it's just like, good freaking Lord.
Yeah.
You're a big dude. You've always been working out.
Yeah.
A little bit of advice for guys like myself too, trying to get back into it.
Right.
My thinking is maybe to like not try to jump in with both feet, pace myself maybe. I find that when I was younger, I was in a decent shape and I was going every day and that. Yeah. But I felt I built up to that.
Right.
I think that one mistake I think people can do when it comes to like, because now we're talking New Year's and New Year's resolutions and everyone wants to get their stuff back in order, is maybe not try to do it all at once.
100% agree. Yeah. The biggest advice I have, because there is so much information, but here's the secret of being in shape. Move every day, lift shit, and eat properly. You don't have to eat perfectly, but don't fucking go to McDonald's 7 times a week.
Right.
Just move your body, drink water, eat, and if you want to know what to do, something every day, but find it doesn't have to be a program, but there's so many really, really good YouTube personalities who work out, and I follow one, and I'll give you the name of it after we're done here. Yeah. Stick to one person and try it, and then you can try something else. But the best thing, consistency every day.
Yep.
And you have to trick your body sometimes. So if you're trying something and you're doing really good, you're making gains, you're losing the weight, but your body's going to get used to it. Say, I know what this fucker is going to do. He's going to lift that 12 times. Yeah. He's going to rest. Shock your body, change things up. Don't get discouraged. I know we're both too old to be bodybuilders now, but I just finished Arnold's biography, and he says to get a good body takes 10 years. Mm-hmm. But if you do anything every day, you're going to see gains. If you do something every day and you go to fucking Burger King, you're not going to see gains.
Smart.
But find a program and stick with it. And remember, you are not going to see results, probably for 3 to 6 weeks. But they're there.
Okay.
Everything's developing under that layer of fat we all have.
Yeah.
So your muscles are there. You just keep working, and then start really, really focusing on your food. And I get it. We're not in competition, but you can look good.
Yep.
I guarantee you that it's 80% what you eat and it's 20% what you lift.
Yeah, you can't outwork a bad diet or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. Another thing that I have, which sucks from where we live here in Canada because there's snow on the ground for 13 months of the year. Go outside for a walk every day. And here's the thing that everyone's going to say, and I understand what everyone's saying. It's hard to say, I want to go out for a walk.
Yeah.
What makes it hard is we have so many distractions now. Mm-hmm. I want to go out for a walk. Oh, but look, my phone.
Yeah. Ooh,
YouTube.
shiny.
Oh, look, what's on Netflix.
Yep. And I think the way I'm going to try to look at it myself, and my toughest thing is getting up in the morning. Like especially I think here, where it's dark till 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and then dark again at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
It's hard to get yourself out of bed. It's cold, but I think, like you said, trick yourself, get into that little bit of a, set more alarms. I don't know,
right.
Just do those little things.
Because I'm naturally up early.
Which still blows my mind.
All right, and you've known me for a while now. I'm always up early. Wherever your peak is, if it's when you come home from work, set that as your workout time then.
There's no right and wrong.
But there's nothing. Be consistent. Mm-hmm. You get to the point of consistency where today I didn't go to the gym when I should have. Because I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to lay in bed. My dog's here. We're cuddled. Yep. And my whole day was thrown off because I'm a routine type of person. Yeah. So wherever you find your sweet spot, that's your time. And hey, it's almost February. We've only got 6 weeks of this shit. And then go for a walk and drink lots of water. Go for a walk every day. Even Sheldon and I were talking about playing music. He says, how much time do you devote to playing piano? Because I'm still learning piano. I don't know. I say between half an hour to 3 hours to 10 minutes. He goes, but the fact that you made the effort even for 10 minutes. Yep. Sometimes it's not what you do in those 10 minutes. It's the fact that you fucking made the effort for 10 minutes.
It's your getting that mentality of doing it.
And even if I just do jazz scales for 10 minutes, well, it's fucking 10 extra minutes I didn't do yesterday.
So I have my workout clothes on right now.
I know. You're going to go crush it. And this whiskey's going to help too.
I think so. It's my pre-workout right here.
Good. Yeah, man.
Well, thanks everybody for listening. We went a little bit over, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came back from Namm in one piece.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You're going to do it again next year.
Yep.
Everybody check out Dingwall Guitars online. They're literally some of the best basses ever made. And if you got some New Year's resolutions for working out, just do it.
Just do it. And check out the last podcast. It was a musical podcast
with
Shane, man. So check that out. And we've got some more fun stuff coming for you this year too. So,
definitely. See you guys.
You bet.
Bye.